What's up, guys? Welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth,
I'm Alex.
and we are currently reviewing Love Island USA Season 5.
Let's go. In the
Oh,
words of Bergie.
let's go. Oh my god, I can't believe Bergie's still there. How?
Neither can he.
Literally, how? Neither can he.
Neither can he.
This season has started to heat up quick. But before we dive into Friday and Sunday night's episode, let's take a brief second to hear from our awesome sponsor. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Give online therapy a try at betterhelp.com/aftertheisland and get on your way to being your best self. Online therapy is such an awesome thing that we have now. It's incredible that you can do therapy from the comfort of your own home. You're not going to have to, go all the way into a doctor's office. And BetterHelp is still licensed professionals. You can switch therapists at any time, if one isn't working for you, which is nice too, because in the real world, it would take forever to try to do that. I think
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, it is. Like, there's so many benefits to BetterHelp. And on top of that, I just think anyone can use therapy. You don't have to be going through something huge and traumatic. It can just be, you want to make sure your life's on track. You just want someone to vent to.
Third-party advice that has no involvement in the matter.
Yes, an unbiased opinion. Just get it all out. I think that, whether you're dealing with decisions around your career, relationships, or just anything else, therapy is going to help you stay connected, to what you really want to do in navigating your life. So let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/aftertheisland today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/aftertheisland.
Go get better help.
Yep. Woohoo. Okay, this episode. Okay, Fridays was not speaking to me. I did not love Friday's episode.
We already talked about Friday.
When? When?
It's Tuesday. I was like, ma'am, did we just black out yesterday? Perfect.
Obviously, yesterday was a rough day for me.
Shit happens.
Pulled an all-nighter with the dog, about to throw up all night, eating expensive plants in the house.
Okay, I have an actual story. I know you're not going to know who this person is, but you're going to die. My friend is staying at the Beverly Hilton. So I went over to go visit her at the pool. Yesterday. And there was this woman laying next to us. And I was like, I know this woman. I know who she is. It's Trisha Yearwood. She's a country singer. It's got to be her. I have absolutely no idea what Trisha Yearwood looks like, by the way. I just decided in my mind it was her. She starts talking to me, and I'm like, oh my God, Marielle, she's talking to me. Maybe we bonded. It was a Real Housewife of Orange County, and I mistook her as one of the most famous country singers in the world. And my friend texted me this morning, and she goes, oh my God, I'm sitting across from Gina from the Orange County Housewives, OG housewife. And I was like, oh my God, that was the famous country singer sitting next to me yesterday.
Oh my God.
So we're going to go see if we could get another glimpse of her today.
Oh, hell yeah. I love the celebrity stuff.
And she told me that I needed to put some sunscreen on because I guess I looked like a Victorian child sitting by the pool with her porcelain skin.
Wait, do you remember when it was a popular thing to say what would send someone from the Roman Empire into a coma or Victorian,
The entire Beverly Hilton pool would absolutely send them into a coma.
Love Island would.
Yeah.
Explaining Casa Amor.
No. It just wouldn't land. It hardly lands with me when I try to explain it.
I know. Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay.
They chose to dump
Harrison and Emily. And we did say that.
We knew it. I'm happy with this. How do you feel about it?
I liked the question that someone posed yesterday that asked who wouldn't affect the villa the most. And I think that was a good choice. I really thought it might have been Carmen and Kenzo. But I feel like they fall one and the same. They just had to pick between the two evils.
Yes, but I also think if producers had any say in it, Carmen and Kenzo are going to be way more interesting to watch to see if they stray away in Casa.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
You don't?
No.
Ugh,
No
I
way.
hope it does.
I don't know, but you know what killed me when Bergie looked at Harrison and he was like, "I'm buying my wedding ring from you."
Oh my god, I missed that, but that's
It was
hilarious.
so funny. I was like just cackling. I was like, "Oh my god, Bergie, how are you still here?" And him looking at the boys just going, "Well, still here, still single, just beat out a couple that was in love. Like, why am I still
I thought
here?"
for sure he was gonna maybe, like, volunteer to leave.
He's
If
not
it was
leaving now.
he's so and then as I was watching it and he was, like, discussing who should leave, I was like, "Oh, he's so not leaving." I was like, it didn't even
He's
cross
so
his
in it.
mind.
He's so in it.
Yeah, he's like, "I am so close to making
For
it
a
to Casa
solo
Amor.
leader.
There is no shot I'm volunteering." I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, he's not going anywhere."
Oh,
I was like, "I
that's
can't believe I even thought for a second he would do that." My other thing is, this is such a hot take. I have said, like, don't like Harrison, whatever. His little exit thing of him talking, being like, "No, I whatever, I gave it my all." I was like, "Why is he so hot?"
I
All of a
literally have
sudden,
never been more attracted to a man in my life.
when he was leaving? Yes. He was leaving, and suddenly I was like,
It's like the
"Well,
clouds had
shit."
cleared.
I was like,
Well, shit.
well, shit. Put him in the casa." I was like, "Oh, wait."
He is a very attractive man, and then I was like, "Oh shit, we have to talk to him."
Yeah. But I was like shocked. And then also, okay, did you think it was a little weird when they were leaving? They were kind of talking about how like they didn't even really like Emily was like, "Yeah, I was like just getting ready to start getting to know everybody." Like it was kind of like they were talking as if they weren't going to be a couple anymore.
I doubt they are. I mean, well, he did say he was going to Miami.
I got
Harrison's
the
not gonna be
vibe.
tied down in Miami.
No, I got the vibe they'll go on like maybe one date, but this is going to be one of the quickest diffused couples to leave the show together.
Agreed. I think they'll have their fun, and then they're gonna be like,
I think they're
"Peace.
already like, let's do it for the fans for like a few days, and then like,
Peace.
yeah,
We're out."
Yeah.
So we see Harrison and Emily part ways and go home from the villa. And we see Destiny and Mike click so fast. And like, I mean, they probably already did. We just didn't see it. But oh my God. And she was like, "I can finally be fun, Destiny."
Yeah.
So I'm happy that she's happy. I'm glad she didn't leave because I think the villa would have been missing something.
Totally. I love her. I think she's such a doll.
Yeah.
It's so mixed on the internet about Destiny. People either like
Really?
love her or hate her. It's or not hate her, but like wanted her to leave. It's crazy.
I could see that. I mean, I think like I could see both sides.
Yeah. Also, this is just a quick little reminder off topic that the online bullying is never allowed, and
Who's online bullying?
we as After the Island do not support that. Are never going to support that. Alex, would be a good time to admit to you. So yesterday I was doing all the social posts.
You were looking at Reddit.
No. I was doing all the social posts on After the Island Instagram, and I obviously posted an appreciation post for Mora because I thought she crushed the challenge. I was like, she did awesome. I just pulled the photos right from the press tour. I thought she looked great. Someone wrote, "You guys are just bitter, jealous bitches." Bitches for choosing this ugly photo of Moira. You guys are just bitter and jealous that they didn't pick you to do this.
Oh my God.
You guys are like this and that. And I just responded back and I said, "You can fuck right off." And they deleted their comment.
It's just like, shut the fuck up.
I said it right on
Just
our account.
shut up.
Right on our account.
We don't give a
wondered
fuck.
if you saw it or not because then it disappeared because they deleted it. I was like, you know what? I didn't pick those photos of her.
Take it up with Love Island.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh, you think I purposely thought, you know what? She doesn't look good in these. I'm going to pick these. Someone else picked those, not me. So they also could do better with those photos. But what did you think of the Casa Amor cast, like what they showed us for the photos?
Okay,
seeing
so
anything?
Wait, should we go through the rest of the episode?
What else happens?
Cassie and Leo. Leo says that he's falling for Cassie.
Oh, yeah. They look real intimate.
I think that
They look solid.
Leo says that he's like pretty much in love, almost falling. So is Marco
And
and Hannah. So like we're getting set up for everyone to be in a very good position right before Casa Amor, and then Keenan and KK.
No. So Keenan in the morning is telling Imani, I'm 100% still getting to know you. And then by night, he just so happens to have missed his chance. I was going to tell her I had an epiphany. The morning of, you were telling Imani you wanted to 100% still get to know her.
I want to know what the epiphany is.
What, after you told her you're 100% wanting, he literally verbatim said, I 100% want to continue get to knowing you, Imani. I think there's still a spark there.
I know.
What? When was it? At lunch? So then by lunchtime, 3 hours later, you said, you know what, never mind?
Yeah, he was saying to KK, okay, this is my putting the producer hat on. Someone must have given him the okay to say that he's no longer open because they knew that they were going to Casa Amor and they knew they were going to fuck with him the minute that he was told, you know what, you can tell KK that you're fully in, because he was pissed. He was pissed off.
The boys were all cheering and he just exited the room.
He was not having it because I know for a fact something happened where, like, you don't just randomly have an epiphany like the same day you're telling a girl exactly what you said, Imani, that you're still 100% open to getting to know her, and then telling KK he's like all in on her and saying that she's his priority. All of a sudden to just like show up 4 hours later and say you had an epiphany. I'm saying producer definitely said, this is your time. Tell KK you're all in on her. You don't have to pretend to be open anymore, because I really don't think that he was. I think he was just following the lead because we were always told to say that we were open, even though all of us knew that we weren't.
Yeah.
That's why, like, the boys came for, like, Zach and Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
They had to say that they were open when the new girls came in. This sounds like I'm like, no, they had to say it, but like they actually
Zach
did.
Didn't even tell Aisada that we were like dating or anything, because they scared us so much.
Yeah, they scared the shit out of us, and they were like, we're literally just gonna replace all of you.
They were telling me, they were like, you are gonna go home. And honestly, I think I've never been asked to be on anything. I think I got blacklisted or something because I was so uncooperative, in the sense where they would be like, go start drama, be open, and I just was like, no,
I'm good.
No. I was kind of, and after I kind of sensed the public, I was like, I knew I wasn't going anywhere. They knew I was smarter than their threats. Okay, I absolutely loved how they pulled the girls out and let the guys think they were all up there just still getting ready.
And oh my God, I know. And Hannah was like,
shut the
fuck up. They're gonna hear us. I could see her in the back. All the girls are like thumping on the table. They're screaming. And Hannah's like, we are supposed to do this quietly. Like, let's get out.
So funny.
The VIP thing, I was dying because this is just me being stupid. But when they were like, oh, you're VIP boys, I was like, why is this giving escort? So weird saying VIP boys.
Yeah, I didn't catch the VIP boys thing. I was like, what are you talking about? Now that you say it, I'm like, what? They had them walking in on like a red carpet in the suits. But honestly, a man in a suit already gets like an extra 2 points higher in hotness level. Like,
yeah.
You could put a
Harrison.
You could put a very mid man in a suit and you'd be like, damn, they look hot.
Yeah, he's a CEO.
Yeah. So they knew what they were doing by setting them. They set up those guys real nice rather than having them walk in awkwardly in their swim trunks, dorky one by one, which they've done in the past.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Like, they really gave them like the nighttime, like, let's have some drinks. Like, the vibes, they threw them a bone.
The vibes were immaculate.
I also think this is the best group of Casa boys they've ever put in.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think
I think it's giving the same Casa experience.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the guys group seemed stronger than the girls group.
Oh, really? That's a first.
It is a first. And we're already seeing like the comments like, so and so was a cheater, blah 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 blah.
Oh,
like,
nuh-uh.
Yeah. Zay apparently, I don't know if he's the cheater one, so sorry. And I also know that a lot of the sisters of the boys have been all over the accounts. So if I get something wrong, I apologize.
Maybe don't say it.
But no, this one I know for sure. 2 girls were commenting back and forth to each other that Zay was like fully dating one, talking to another, and then like was saying, I'm going on Love Island, but it's not going to mean anything.
Ooh.
And then all of a sudden just like didn't even tell her that he was leaving for Love Island, and then just like appeared on the show.
What's the point of going on Love Island US to do that.
Well, he's a Florida man, so, like, do you expect anything less?
It all comes back to Florida men.
Florida. I wonder if he knows Marco.
Uh,
Wouldn't that be
I
wild?
wouldn't be shocked.
They come back and, like, Marco's arch nemesis from the gym.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
So
But that guy's also in the Air Force, Zay. I'm like, he was cute. His picture they picked for him was a good one. I put that one first on our slideshow because I was like, dang, they made him look good in that. The snake guy? Did you
the
see
one who
his
catches
Instagram?
snakes for like no.
It's insane. It's
What
remarkable.
is it? Him catching snakes?
Yes. Like,
That's his
poisonous
actual
frogs,
job.
snakes, like
Is he the go outside and see what you can eat guy?
he's like hot Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin was so hot. So I take that back. But like this guy is like TikTok Steve Irwin snake boy.
That's what I mean. You know those guys, the catch
Yeah,
and
he's that.
what is it? Catch and eat?
I don't think he eats these snakes. They look terrifying.
Okay, well, essentially we only met the guys in this
Yeah.
episode. So it was
Yeah.
Kyle, Robert, Brandon, Eddie,
Ed, Eddie.
Matia. Is that was it?
Matia.
Matia and Zay. And I was like, Zay, interesting.
So Matia's from Bachelor in Paradise, Canada. And apparently,
What?
yes, and his report, so I did my digging. So his report that people were saying about him is that he was couldn't commit to anyone, was
Wait,
very
was he
flirty.
on The Bachelor? Like, does it work the same?
And then Bachelor in
Okay.
Paradise, yes. And both times he was like, couldn't fully commit, like seemed like he was just in it for the fame. Like, but we also know, like Josh from Love Island was like tagging him, like cheering him on. So he must know him and really like him.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
so I'm getting a little mixed
Is he a
opinions
Florida
on
man
this,
too?
but
Oh, that is the Florida man.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Maybe he's also in Florida, but I know the one's in Florida because he's in the Air Force.
okay.
Yeah, which is impressive as shit.
I mean, yeah, that's cool.
That's Zay. And then Snake Man, I think, is in California, which is Rob.
I do not know. I
Yeah,
need
and then
more.
Brandon was
time
an
to get to
interesting
know
pick.
them.
So Brandon's the blonde one. Looks a little femme, but I think it's just because he's from South Africa, which is cool.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah.
I didn't catch where
I
he
didn't
said he
either.
was from.
I didn't either, but Gianni was watching with me, and he was like, he said South Africa, and I was like, oh, the one
that's
thing you
cool.
remember from the episode. Oh, and Matia goes, or Matia or whatever goes, I'm really unique. I'm French, but I'm also Italian, so I'm a mix that no one has. And Gianni's ears like perked up. He's like, I'm French and Italian.
I can't.
I hope Matia starts speaking French to all the girls, but he's like, yeah, I'm Italian. Also, we got a comment on the Instagram from some girls, and they were like, we've never seen weirder tattoos.
On that guy?
Just on this season in general. Apparently there's a lot of weird tattoos floating around the villa. But I'm like, you know what? I have a friend with like a huge ass stack of pancakes on his leg. And that's not Babyface James. Babyface James is like tattoo here down,
Yeah.
and like he doesn't even count. But
Oh, I feel like he just gets things to like fuck with himself at this point.
oh, he totally does.
I saw a girl yesterday with a full ass tat.
That's wild.
It was something.
That's absolutely wild.
I loved it because honestly, that you could just walk around like with no underwear on and you would look clothed.
Yeah. What'd you think of Sarah Hyland?
Oh, I'm shocked she's back.
Me too.
We continuously are wrong about this,
I
but
know.
like, she's such a supporter of SAG and AFTRA and like the strike and everything. It just shocks me that she's there. And I know all the rules. I understand. But I was shocked when she walked in. I really thought it was going to be Maura. Why? What are your thoughts?
I think she's a little.
I mean, I don't have
she's
any
quirky.
I don't have any feelings towards it.
I think she's a little awkward. I think that she was even trying so hard to do an amazing job because I think Maura like naturally crushed it the day before. But my thing is, would the show ever switch to someone with that heavy of an accent? Because I'm picturing like, you know, the moms that watch Love Island and the kid and like young girls that watch Love Island. Like I can understand people's accents very easily. One, because I watch Love Island UK all the time. I understand accents. And B, because I lived in New York for a while and I had a lot of friends with accents. But I also have friends that cannot understand people with accents for shit. It could be very tough for a viewer that already can barely understand Ian's jokes and then also not be able to understand the host.
Okay, this is my take on Mora. Whoever watches US is usually watching UK, and there are,
Yeah.
like, a few outliers, I understand, but the majority know who Mora is, and they think she's a Love Island icon, which she is.
Yeah.
I think that the difference she has is that she's had experience in this villa, she's seen it from both ends, she knows what she's doing, she's comfortable in that environment,
Mhm.
and she's not putting on a show because she's already been there, done
Yeah.
that, like, this
Yeah.
is just easy breezy, beautiful cover girl for her. So I think that she has the energy that matches the villa because she's already been in the situation. So she's kind of like, yeah, I've been there, done that. Like,
Yeah.
can talk to you guys like real people. So yeah, no, I didn't see Sarah like giving me any awkward vibes, but that's probably just because I don't. Everyone is always talking about how like the host doesn't matter.
I think it totally does
I
matter.
feel like it does too.
And I think
but
Mora switching to her would be an iconic move. If I was the head producer, I would switch.
I wouldn't be shocked if they do that next year because Sarah's on a 2-year contract, from what I remember.
Mhm.
I don't know if they've renewed anything, but I could see that happening. And I know Moira had said that she's not going on Love Island All Stars. She's not going back on Love Island anytime. So
Mhm.
I think this would be a good move for her. She
I think
wants
it
to get
totally
into
would.
broadcasting.
Yeah. Did you also notice that Peacock Peacock is now, if you kind of you don't have to search as much for the show.
Oh my
It
God, I
shows
had
up.
to search.
It shows up now in the little reality shows, but it's like the 6th one down. Why is this not the front of their page?
I don't know. It's wild.
It's so wild to me.
Very interesting.
It's so interesting.
So that was kind of the whole episode.
What'd you think of like their initial reactions with everyone? People like
The
Cassie was
girls?
really into 2 guys, she said, and then she was like, "But I'm just looking."
I know. They were like, what happens at Casa Amor stays at Casa Amor. I was like, that's like literally not it at all. That is not the catchphrase that comes along with Casa Amor.
Because they're doing like such a model of the UK, I am praying to the Love Island gods, if you are listening to me, the USA ones, can you please do movie night?
Please.
I love movie night.
It would be
amazing.
hilarious too.
Especially if a bunch of shit goes down in Casa, movie night would be awesome.
I'm really praying that Casa like brings this up a notch. The
I
drama.
think it's going to, because everyone other than Bergie is literally so booed up.
Yeah, I like the next episode preview really didn't give me anything. It was just like Imani making out with somebody.
Yeah, like way
And the
too
girls
soon.
were reacting crazy,
Yeah.
but I don't see
'Cause
that
it was,
as
like-
like a wild thing.
Because it was like the first day.
Yeah, but like she's not tied down to anyone.
Yeah, I know. That's so true. Wow, it's gonna be wild. I
Can't
know it's gonna be
wait.
wild. I can't wait to see all the girls with the guys.
Casa starts now.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Can't wait, guys. Thank you again to everyone listening.
Yes.
I can't wait to come back tomorrow and let you know all of our thoughts after Casa gets rolling. Thank you again to BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/aftertheisland today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/aftertheisland.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Bye.
Like this video. Bye.